My name is Oskip, and today we're going to be tackling 3 different types of builds from basic to intermediate and then expert level. Now, I mean, the way that I want to go around this is getting materials that you'd be able to naturally and that aren't too difficult to get to. I'm sure there's a lot of you watching that are probably expert builders that are really good, and I know that there are some of you that are maybe not so experienced. So hopefully this can help give you an idea of where to push your builds a little bit further, as well as I just thought it'd be a fun concept. So what I want to do here is start with a basic version of the house. Nothing too crazy, just something that everyone and probably anyone has made before, basically. So I've got some blocks here that you can easily get in survival, and I'm just going to do a basic house. Right, so we're done with the basic version of a survival starter house. This is the kind of house that you start off making right at the beginning of the game. You just want to grab some materials, quickly chuck something together, and it ends up usually looking something like this, I imagine. This isn't too bad at all. I mean, especially if you're just starting out in the game and you've not got a lot of materials, this is ideal, to be honest. Like, everyone has made this version of this house in Minecraft. At least at one point in time they have. Got a nice little carpet in here, just basic stuff really. Crafting table, furnaces, chests, bed, whatnot. Made this little garden out the back for the animals and whatnot that you have. Got a little gate that you can leave through the back here. So now what I want to do is I want to take this basic base and we want to develop it into something that's a bit more intermediate, raise the standards a little bit more, make it something a little bit more unique and look a little bit cooler. So we're going to do that. We're going to change some things up and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so after a lot of building, we finally got round to finishing the, I want to say, intermediate style house. I mean, you can see there's a lot of changes from last time. I tried to keep it relatively similar to the previous design. I mean, I say similar. Last time it was just a box, but you know what I mean. I've used the same materials. All of these materials are like, you have easy means of access getting to. It's just a lot of cobble and wood, basically. That's all it is. The only thing that I would say pushes the boat a little bit further is maybe using these trapdoors as this, the roofing for this balcony here. But I just really like incorporating them, and I wanted to use them. I very scarcely use them deliberately, but I feel like this is pretty achievable in a survival world. So it's nothing too crazy. Coming out the back here, we've just got a little garden that you can lead to the back door. So out the front here, we've got some pineapples and some melons, just to pineapples? That's not right. At the front here, we've got pumpkins and watermelons just to kind of brighten up the place a little bit, add a little bit of color, because it's just a big brown shack currently. Like, it's nothing really too special. So adding just that little bit of color at the front really does make a lot of difference. A lot of the changes that I've done it's not been too drastic, I don't think. I mean, I've added this balcony at the front here, which is just nice. It's just a little bit nicer to have some elevation rather than just going in on the same flat floor level. I've always liked to make it like a balcony or something, just because it gives you that little bit of height above the ground floor. So we've got these lovely little gardens at the front here. Added this little path as well down to the beach. Anyway, as we come inside here, I mean, it's the basics, nothing too crazy, because again, it's a starter house. You're not going to have a crazy amount of stuff. The only things that I would really say are a bit out of the way are maybe the painting and the carpet. Even if you get rid of that, it's pretty basic and bare. Got some storage chests up here, some more here, crafting table and some furnaces and whatnot here. I mean, other than that, there's nothing too crazy. We've got the lanterns hanging down from the ceiling as our main light source, but I mean, you can just use torches, it doesn't really matter. It's about the same level anyway. But then we've got this nice little balcony on the inside. If you're kind of strapped for space on the interior, I really like having these big open main floor levels of the base. So you've just got a lot of room to kind of work with when you're doing your main crafting and whatnot. I like it being very open, so I like to incorporate these kind of balconies in the interior to use as a kind of bedroom. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. So this is the intermediate level starter house. I mean, I feel like anyone can kind of make this if they really wanted to push the boat. Now, we're going to take this a step further and we're going to go to the expert level. So, if you're making this kind of house in the beginning of the game, then props to you, my friend. Right, so after about 3 hours of building, I got way too carried away and doing finicky little detaily stuff and trying to figure out what to do. This is what I came up with for the expert starter house, I guess you could say. Right, where do we even begin with this? So I tried my best to keep in a relatively similar ballpark range as the other builds, and I think they're somewhat achievable. I mean, if you really want to build this as your main starter house in your world, good luck to you. But let's have a little look around, shall we? So we've got this beautiful balcony that I spent probably like the first hour on, honestly, trying to figure out the design and how to get this to flesh with the building. I love doing these kind of crazy roofs designs again, so this is where it might not be starter house house materials when you use the campfires, but you can get around that. You don't have to use the campfires. This is the expert build, so I had to do some crazy stuff to it. So we've got campfires in the roofs in all of them, but no, I just love this kind of staggered, like janky kind of roof design that's going on. I could have maybe used a few more different materials, but I kind of wanted to keep it to the basics, just like 2 different types of wood and cobblestone. There's a little bit of stone brick down here again, but I really didn't use much of it because I just didn't want to. I wanted to try and keep it as beginner friendly, like material wise, as much as I can. So this is the entrance. We've got the nice little stairway here, and we've got these banisters with the lights on them. We've got this nice little canopy that goes over the balcony, which is lovely. Little tip here, missing floorboards. You just add some stairs into the design, and it looks like there's a missing plank or something, which is pretty cool. Coming inside, basically similar to what the other house had. Did the same like open design here, and then added a little balcony for the second section. So here we've got a little table with a flower pot on it. Nice little flower inside there to make it look a little bit more homely. We've got the 3 main furnaces. Here we've got a nice chimney stack that's kind of embedded into the wall, and you can see it on the outside as well. Bunch of chests. We've got some trapdoors on either side, just kind of compact version. It's quite neat. Little table and chair in this room. On the top balcony floor, we've got a nice picture hanging out. We've got a personal chest there. We've got a lovely double bed. Luxury life, I know. Got an awesome little chandelier I was able to cram in here. And then obviously we can take this all the way up the very top, which is a nice little watchtower / bell tower. I added the bell into it. So again, it's not necessary, but I wanted to put something up here rather than it being just completely empty. This is pretty nice. I mean, I'm happy with how it came out. It took a long time, but I mean, if I fly around here, you can kind of see what's going on. We've got a chimney stack here that's coming out the back. We've got some leaves crawling up the sides. They're like vines. It's like plant life, basically. If you've got some blank walls and you're not really sure what to do, adding a bit of plant life really helps a lot. You can kind of break up the flatness of the wall. And then I did another little balcony that kind of walks down into the garden at the back here as well. Similar to the front design with like the canopy on top. And then the thing that took the longest is probably the roof, honestly. I mean, look at how just crazy it looks. There's so much going on it, honestly. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. And when you compare the 3 of them in a row, you've got your basic starter house, and then you've got your intermediate level, and then this is, well, this is like the grandmaster of starter houses. If you can make this as a starter house, then I mean, I'll be impressed. Oh yeah, and then we've got this nice little fish pond down here, just using stone around the edge and some stone slabs. This is pretty accessible early on, I want to say. There's a few things that maybe not so, like the campfires in the roof, but like I said, you don't have to do that. You can get the same design that I've got here, just replace these for normal slabs. Like, it's not that bad. Anyway, that's the expert design done. So we've done all 3 stages. We've got the beginner, we've got intermediate, and we've got the expert level starter house. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what you thought of these 3 builds, and if you think I nailed the basic, intermediate, expert kind of tier. Also, if you like this kind of style of video and you want to see more stuff like this, then let me know by hitting that like button, smash it, destroy it, I don't know. Just hit that like button to let me know if you want to see more stuff like this. Apart from that, if you're new around here and you're not subscribed, then make sure you hit that big red subscribe button and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. That way you'll be notified the next time that I upload and you can watch the video straight away. Any kind of criticism or support that I get from this video, I'd really appreciate. As long as you're talking about it down in the comments, that's what I care about the most. Aside from all of that, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.